Hello everyone, today we're going to be looking at vertical angles, linear pair angles, and the exterior angle theorem. So vertical angles are created whenever two straight lines intersect each other, and they're the lines that are the angles that are across from each other. So right here in this diagram down below, we have these two straight lines that are crossing each other. So vertical angles would be angle 1 and angle 3, or angle 4 and angle 2, okay? And what we know about vertical angles is that they are always equal to each other, or another word that you're going to see a lot coming up is that they are congruent to each other. So today you need to be able to identify vertical angles. So 1 and 3 are vertical angles, 2 and 4 are vertical angles. You need to know that they are always the same. They're always going to be the same measure, okay? We're going to see some more of that today. Another one we need to know is a linear pair. And linear pairs are angles that are adjacent to each other, and they form a straight line. So a linear pair would be angles 1 and angle 2. They form a linear pair. 3 and 4 also form a linear pair. I could also say that 2 and 3 form a linear pair. I could also say that 1 and 4 form a linear pair. So any angles that are adjacent to each other, we actually have 4 sets of linear pair in this example. And what we know about linear pair angles is that they always add to make 180 degrees. Another way of saying that is that they are supplementary. You're going to see that word supplementary a good bit. Whenever you see the word supplementary, it just means that angles add to make 180 degrees. So we should be able to identify if angles are a linear pair or if they are vertical, okay? So in this diagram right here, since we see that A and B, they are across from each other when two straight lines intersect, these are vertical angles because they are across from each other here. They're not right next to each other. Okay, this example right here, since A and B, they form a straight line and they're adjacent to each other, this would be a linear pair. And what we know about these two angles is that they are going to add to make 180 degrees. Okay, on this one, we see that A and B are across from each other when two straight lines intersect. These would be vertical angles. And then these two, we notice that A and B, they are right next to each other and they form a straight line. This would be a linear pair again. Okay, so we should also be able to use those properties to find measures, okay? So these two angles here, we see that these angles are adjacent to each other and they form a straight line. So this is a linear pair. So what we know about these two angles is that they add, if I add 139 plus B, they should equal 180 degrees. Okay, so now all I have to do is subtract 139. So B is actually going to be 41 degrees. Okay, this example, angle B and this 51 degree angle, they are vertical angles. So what I know is that angle B is going to be also 51 degrees because these two angles are the same. Okay, another example, we see that these two angles are vertical angles. So what we know about these two angles is that they should be the same. So what I need to do is set them equal to each other. So 6x plus 4 is equal to 40. Okay, so we're going to subtract 4 from both sides. That's going to be 6x is equal to 36. And then divide by 6, and x is equal to 6. So here the value of x would be 6. Okay. Here's another example. Again, we want to find the value of x. Okay. And what we know about this angle here and this angle here is that they are forming a straight line, which makes them a linear pair. And what we know about those two angles is that they should add to make 180. So I can just add them together, 5x plus 3 plus 4x plus 15. And when I add them together, they should equal 180. Okay, so if I add, let's combine our like terms. That's going to be 9x, 3, and 15 are going to make 18, and that's equal to 180. Subtract 18 from both sides. That's going to give me 9x is equal to 162. Okay, and then when I divide by 9, I end up with x is equal to I believe that's 18. Let's double check here. Yes, that is 18. So x is equal to 18. Okay. All right. So another theorem that we're going to be looking at today is the exterior angle theorem. Okay, so exterior angle theorem just says that the measure of an exterior angle, okay, so in this diagram down here, angle 4 would be our exterior angle because it is on the outside of a triangle. So that's why we're calling it the exterior angle. That angle is equal to the sum of the two remote interior angles. Okay, so these two angles, angle 1 and angle 2, we call those the remote interior, okay, because they are far away from angle 4, okay, and they are inside. Okay, so think about the word remote. Okay, if you're using the remote for your TV, you're probably sitting far away from your TV. Okay, if your TV is right here, okay, that's close to this exterior angle, you're probably not going to use the remote. You can just reach up and touch your TV. Okay, but if you're far away from the TV, you need to use the remote. So these are the remote interior angles. Okay, and what we know about this exterior angle is it is equal to the sum of these two. So if I add these two angles together, they equal that exterior angle. Okay, so let's check out some examples with that. Okay, so here I have this exterior angle, and what I know is that it's equal to the sum of my two remote interior angles. So I'm going to add those two together, and let me just call the question mark x. So 22 plus x is equal to the exterior angle, which is 57. So all I have to do is subtract 22 from both sides and end up with x is equal to 35 degrees in this case. So that missing angle is 35 degrees. Okay, here's another example. Okay, again, the exterior angle right here is equal to the sum of these two remote interior angles. So I can add these two angles together, 7x minus 9 plus 65, okay, and that's equal to my exterior angle 10x plus 20, okay. So let's combine these like terms. So I end up with 7x plus 56 is equal to 10x plus 20. Okay, so now I'm going to subtract 7x from both sides. So subtract 7x, subtract 7x. That's going to give me 56 on this side is equal to 3x plus 20. Okay, so if I subtract 20 from both sides, that's going to give me 36 is equal to 3x, and then divide by 3. We end up with x is equal to 12. Okay, so that's our value for x on this problem. All right, one more example. This one, pay attention what it's asking for. It's asking for the measure of angle C. Okay, so if I want to find angle C, I need to figure out what x is. Okay, so we're going to kind of treat it just like the previous problem. We know that the sum of these two remote interior angles is equal to that exterior angle. So I have 15x minus 2 plus 6x plus 2 is equal to that exterior angle, which is 126. Okay, so now combine your like terms. 15x plus 6x, that's 21x. Negative 2 plus 2, those things cancel out. And this is equal to 126. Okay, so if I divide both sides by 21 to get the x by itself, we end up with x is equal to 6. Okay, that's not our final answer. We need to find angle C. And we know that angle C is equal to 15x minus 2. So we're going to sub that 6 in for x, and we get 15 times 6 minus 2, which is going to be it is 88 degrees. So that is the measure of angle C here. Okay, so please go check out the assignment on Canvas for today and let me know if you have any questions, and have a great day.